Welcome back, and obviously before going on to the break, Shehzad alluded to the fact that since weather has turned really nice, and so nice weather demands a lot of romanticism and lot of songs, and since South Asian culture is very celebratory in its nature, right? So we celebrate a lot of things, and that too with the singing. So we are going to do a segment on how singing can be a passion, and so a lot of young singers are emerging on the front, and with the advent of the YouTube, with the advent of the social media, they have a platform where they can voice out their expressions in the form of the song. So Shehzad, since you're also very passionate about songs and whatnot.
So imagine I wanted to say over here that it does something to your brain and heart, and when it does something to your heart and brain, it kind of has a very positive impact. So imagine when I'm at the gym, I really need to listen to some music, it gives
fast
me that
beats,
pump. When I'm coming towards work, there's some mellow music, not dramatic, but mellow music, which actually gives me this feeling of awakening. So music in different roles will certainly have a very different impact. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be kind of introducing a superstar over here who's in the making. He's doing a great job. For every competition he's participated, he's come out very successful, either second position, third or first. So without any further ado, we're going to introduce Mr. Abdul Rahman Nasir, goes by the name of AR Nasir. Assalamu alaikum, good morning, how are you?
I'm Alhamdulillah, very fine. Sir, how are you?
Absolutely perfect. Thank you so much for joining us. It's wonderful to have you over here.
It's a matter of great pleasure for me to be with you today.
Wow, that's wonderful, yeah. And you're a smart, young, handsome,
thank you very much.
Brilliant, amazing, good-looking gentleman. And it's wonderful to have you over here on our sets.
Sir, very much.
And we certainly want you to mesmerize our audiences in 46 or 47 different countries. Sir, are you ready?
I'm absolutely ready.
So what are you going to sing for us? Then we will certainly talk, but what are you going to sing for us?
I'm going to sing a song which is Kiya Hai Jo Pyar To Padega Nibhana.
वो तो फिर करता ही है.
And it is from the movie of 1968.
Yep.
And I want to bring back the old music of Pakistan, which was actually known worldwide for its melody.
Okay.
Nowadays it is also good, but previously it was very famous around the nation, around the complete subcontinent. Pakistan's music was one of the best music around the globe.
And this is something which I was just discussing, Hajar, yesterday with my cousin. So imagine that, earlier, because now there's a cultural shift and, there are newer things which are coming out, new sort of music, and people, what they see, that's the kind of music that they're producing. So back in those days, it was more family oriented.
True.
Back in those days, it was more romanticized.
Melodies,
yes, it was sweet melody.
True.
You would love it, you could listen to it, you could hum it, whatnot.
And you can feel with the lyrics too, they were so deep in nature.
And it was more family oriented as well, that that whatever
deep social messages in them, and still they resonate with us after so many years, after so many times.
So imagine the lyrics itself says, Kiya hai jo pyar to karega nibhana.
That's true.
Rakh diya qadamon mein dil nazar aana, kabul kar lo. Aao ji, please, let's do it, let's play the music, please.
किया है जो प्यार तो पड़ेगा निभाना, रख दिया कदमों में दिल नजराना, कबूल कर लो, हाय हाय कबूल कर लो। किया है जो प्यार तो पड़ेगा निभाना, रख दिया कदमों में दिल नजराना, कबूल कर लो, हाय हाय कबूल कर लो। देखो ये फज़ाएं, ये रुत, ये नज़ारे, छोटी सी ये वादी भी कितनी हंसी है। कैसे जाने दूं मैं तुझे ओ जाने वाले, मेरा दिल मेरे ही बस में नहीं है। आएगा ना लौट के समा ये सुहाना, रख दिया कदमों में दिल नजराना, कबूल कर लो, हाय हाय कबूल कर लो। पता है तुम्हारे इस प्यार में खुद को मिटाया तो मैंने तुम्हें पाया, अपने ही साए तुम्हें नगमा वफा का सुनाया, तुम हुए दूर तो हंसेगा जमाना, रख दिया कदमों में दिल नजराना, कबूल कर लो, हाय हाय कबूल कर लो। अभी तक मैंने तो अपने गमों से पर्दा वफा का उठाया भी नहीं है, सुन के जिसे तुम बहुत पछताओ, मैंने वो फसाना सुनाया भी नहीं है, कहाँ चले छोड़ के अधूरा फसाना, रख दिया कदमों में दिल नजराना, कबूल कर लो, हाय हाय कबूल कर लो।
क्या बात है यार, माहौल बना दिया भैया आपने, क्या बात है।
That was wonderful. So how did your journey started into
Actually,
singing?
it started when I was in one class. So I was actually a quite young lad, and I was not
You
knowing.
still are, alhamdulillah. Even I feel young.
Thank you
Imagine.
very much. And that time I was not knowing that I have that much, potential to grow in the field of music.
Okay.
And I was having, music teacher. When he heard me, he said that you are having that particularly pitch which is required to join the industry.
Okay.
Wow.
And I was not knowing that whatsoever he's saying. Then he gave me a rag Bhairavi,
Right.
and then rag Darbari, and all those basic rags which
Right.
help us in grooming our voice
Yeah.
and going towards classical range.
So do you really know all of these rags?
Yeah, I
Yourself?
know. I have been doing riyaz, and because of that, I have been winning various all Pakistan
So
competitions.
can you share with us Rag Darbari, okay? Because it happens to be one of the most famous rags as
Yeah,
well.
no doubt
So
in
most of the any classical singer, the first thing I think
Okay.
they would learn would be Rag
Rag
Darbari.
Darbari.
So how do we do it? Because me and Haja, we would want to practice Rag Darbari. Okay,
actually,
so let's do Rag Darbari.
It's the the basic rag of music which propagates you towards all the songs.
Okay.
Okay.
So we will go towards the basic rag. It is we know that it is having 7 terms:
Obviously.
sa, re, ga, ma, pa,
Pa,
da,
da,
ni,
ni,
sa.
sa.
And then it's reverse: sa, re, ni, sa, dha, ni, sa.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm gonna just
Please,
help
please,
you out
please,
in that.
please. बहुत आला।
सा रे गा मा पा दा नी सा नी धा पा मा गा रे सा रे गा मा पा दा नी सा नी धा पा मा गा रे सा
Wow, yaar, wow. Okay, Haja, it's your
This is
turn now.
wonderful.
Come on, Haja, it's your turn.
I think I can't do that,
Come
so
on,
I
yaar.
don't want to
It's
ruin
so
it in the
simple.
first place. So you
Sa,
go
re,
ahead.
ga, ma, pa, da,
So,
ni, sa. Okay,
you,
come on.
You do ahead.
I think
I mean, no.
I think this certainly suits AR Nasir to kind of do that because he's been through that training process, and this is something which I love about this amazing young being over here, very talented, but it's not just talent. I think it's a lot of hard work.
True,
So imagine that he went through that
Practice,
classical training sessions as well. He had a music teacher to come in
True.
to guide him as well. That's something wonderful.
Yes.
But now there's one more question. That
Sir.
is that imagine that you're in a country.
Sir.
Obviously, art now is global. There's no boundary
No
to
doubt
it with YouTube and social
Yes.
media platforms. But in our country, I've seen a lot of singers. We do a lot of shows, alhamdulillah, all over the country and outside the country. So people now want to relate with newer music. So for example, they would always be Usama Kam Laudi or Young Stunners, and for all of these probably Ali Sethi, not just Ali Sethi. I think so Faris Shafi. So most of the time, whenever you're thinking about writing a song, do you want to relate with the modern music, or would you always be like, okay, I want to bring back the older generation?
Actually, thing is that music itself has very diverse system. It is not a case that music is just a simple piece of cake that we can just sing it and that's over.
True.
That's not the case. Now, a new kind of genre are being introduced in music, and I just want that it's okay if you want to introduce these kind of new music which is being sung by that Tala Anjum and these youngsters, all that team. The old instruments which have become the basis of the new music system, they should not be vanished.
Okay.
They should not be left apart. They must be brought.
But there's a reason. Since we are having a debate, and I love it that you at this age are so well aware of it, and I certainly agree to it. But now imagine that now we have invested so many millions of dollars in making sure that one single button press on a keyboard will actually give you the sound of sa from a harmonium.
Yes.
Why do you still want a harmonium to be there? Because the sound is same, right?
You're absolutely right. But thing is that whenever they sing a song, they must be on the basis of rag.
Okay.
They must be in the scale.
So the foundation is
foundation must be there. The basis is there, and we have to act upon that.
So what is your goal now? So imagine that one of the most finest singers, one of the most iconic voice over in Pakistan happens to be either Atif Aslam or either Rahat Fateh Ali Khan Sahab. Alhamdulillah, they're so successful all over the world that wherever they go, they get millions of people, huge numbers of fans.
Get a lot of love around the globe.
Yeah. So what is your goal?
My goal is straightforward. That first of all, thing is that I am enough age to have my academics, and that all things is basic thing. Because nowadays, the young generation is also, just going towards music and not going towards their basic criteria, which is the, academics.
Yeah.
First, we must complete that system, then we must step into that.
अम्मी अबू वाली बात कर दी यार।
नहीं
बेटा
सर,
पढ़ाई करो
बात
फिर
पता
बन
क्या,
जाना जो बनना।
वो बात बिल्कुल ठीक है आपकी।
बन गए भाई, हम सिंगर बन गए ना, क्या मसला है? अब क्यों पढ़े?
बिल्कुल की बात सही है।
But I think what sort of support did you have in your family? I mean, were they encouraging towards you?
They always encouraged me. That's not the case. My mother, my father, they were always being standing with me. Whenever I am saying that I have to sing a song, I have to go to Lahore, I have to go to Karachi for all Pakistan competition is there.
Right.
So they just bugged me up that you can do it, boy. Just go with a big heart and you will succeed.
And that's wonderful, and that's certainly something which is required. And please stick to what your parents are saying. Education is really important. I started television when I didn't really complete my education, so I had to come back, complete it, and then go back. There's no second thought to it. Now coming back to what your goal was, you certainly are performing already all over the world. Probably inside Pakistan as well, and there's a lot of fan following that you're garnering, and that's exactly when the problem arises. So what happens is that a lot of people, especially girls, when they start to text AR Nasir, what AR Nasir does is that AR Nasir closes the books and he's like, okay, let me give some time or share some time with my audiences and with my fans. So how do you kind of manage that?
Actually, management is in the case that I know that I have to interact with them and give time to them.
And obviously, you're handsome, you're cute, you're smart, you've got great voice, alhamdulillah, you groomed very well. So you have a bright future.
Inshallah, I am looking forward to
in all senses, alhamdulillah.
Let's see that what's in my.
So why not we hear another song?
Exactly. And before you do that, so if there's anything you would want to share with our audiences, where can they follow you, please do that. We're going to wrap it up. And with your song, we will say Allah Hafiz to everybody out there as well.
Yeah,
so
I just want to say that this is a song तू जो नहीं है तो कुछ भी नहीं है, which was sung by our very legend singer SB John.
मेरे दिलों के तार आपने छेड़ दिए, तू जो नहीं है तो कुछ भी नहीं है. And where can they follow you, your social media platform?
I'm on Instagram at AR Nasir Official, on Facebook as well, same name, and on YouTube AR Nasir Official. You can catch me on all these.
And are we going to witness any fresh music from you, or you will only be singing covers?
No, I will be there. I will be also uploading my own song. My own,
music videos will be coming up.
Will be coming, and live sessions are also there on Instagram.
Wow! So and so one day probably if you feel like we can do live sessions together, I'll rap and you can sing. Okay?
It would be a matter of grace for me.
Thank you so much for being with us. Lovely to be in conversation with you. For everybody who's out there. Ladies and gentlemen, we as a society, we as a nation need to promote our artists, and this is exactly what we do at PTV World. Thank you so much for being with us. Towards the end, look after yourselves, enjoy this song. Good morning. Please go ahead, take it away, AR Nasir.
Thank you very much.
तू जो नहीं है तो कुछ भी नहीं है, ये माना कि महफिल जवां है, हंसी है। तू जो नहीं है तो भी नहीं है, ये माना कि महफिल जवां है, हंसी है। तू जो नहीं है तो कुछ भी नहीं है। निगाहों में तू है, ये दिल झूमता है, न जाने मोहब्बत की राहों में क्या है। निगाहों में तू है, ये दिल झूमता है, न जाने सफर है तो कुछ गम नहीं है, ये माना कि महफिल जवां है, हंसी है। तू जो नहीं है तो कुछ भी नहीं है, ये माना कि महफिल जवां है, हंसी है। तू जो नहीं है तो कुछ भी नहीं